What's going on, guys? What's cracking? Today we are installing over here my wife's Supra. We're going to put a fire extinguisher kit in it. So this is from my buddy Eric. Eric makes this badass kit. I'm going to go ahead and show you here. Killer Konceptz right here. Guys, I'm going to go ahead and link it down below for you. Please click on it. You guys are going to, if you own a Mark IV Supra, you're going to want this. I have it in mind currently. Well, actually, let me go ahead and show you what it looks like now installed. So I personally have this in my Supra. I've had it in here for, I guess, a little over 2 years. So there it is installed. I personally used one of my own little personal key tags and I just pulled this out, but it is a quick release fire extinguisher. So you can see, boom, comes right out, holds on, nice little H3. It's cool to have a nice little fire extinguisher. Now, you're probably wondering, do I really need this, Ryan? Yes. If you build your cars and anything can go wrong, this is something you're gonna want. Now it is quick release, so if you can see here, it just has a little pull pin. Now, he does supply, I use my pure function tag here, he does supply his own tag, so let me show you guys all this. He supplies with everything you see here. So, it comes with this fancy bracket, custom made, very nice. All the holes are pre-drilled, so you don't have to worry about that. There is one hole you'll have to drill in your seat. I'll show you the size you need to do, the drill bit you'll need, so on and so forth. It comes with all the hardware. You cannot beat that. Again, it comes with a little cool Killer Konceptz, a little tag inside. Again, it comes with this pull to release, so you don't have to worry about that. Comes with a pull cable, comes with the mounts for your fire extinguisher, and then the quick release mount also. Now, one thing I want to tell you guys, you do have to buy the fire extinguisher separately. It does not come with that. That has to come separately. When you order that, it is, I think you can get it off Amazon. I can link that down below for you guys too. I'll give you a couple options. There's different ones you can buy, but I'll link the ones down below that you can buy. And I'll also list here in the description the different ones you can buy too to try and make it as easy as possible for you. I will honestly say this is very well thought out. Eric did his best that you can literally bolt this on. Again, you have to literally drill one single hole and that's it. Very well thought out. And you can see here, it's not like he just, something like this. See how that tab is slightly bent? You're probably thinking, well, something happened. No, it's bent like that because it needs to fit properly. He could have left it straight and be like, oh yeah, just push it over or something. No, you don't have to do that. He has everything well thought out. It's bent. Everything is drilled properly. It's just very nice. And on top of it, okay guys, look at this. It comes with instructions. Come on. It comes with actual instructions, exactly what you need, all the tools you'll need. Like, it tells you exactly what to do. But instead of just reading this, you get to watch my video today. This is going to try and make it a little easy for you guys. The seat is currently down in the basement. One thing I am going to do before I bolt this up is I'm going to install the little quick release mount. The reason for that is just so it's done. So it's on the seat. I can easily get to these bolts now. When it's on the seat, it makes it a little bit harder, but I'm going to go ahead and mount this first just so it's on there and taken care of. All right, guys, so the first you're going to do is, and I personally say this, is you're going to install this bracket here. It takes a total of 4 of these bolts and nuts that come with it. They come with it here. It takes a Phillips head number 2 to put the Phillips head side on. And then the other side here for the nuts itself is a 10 millimeter. So it goes on quite easily. Yeah, and I also already opted to put a pure function tag on. I just have a bunch of these, so I opted to do it. You can use the one supplied, of course, and there's nothing wrong with it, but I opted to obviously use the pure function one. So next thing we gotta do is I'm gonna go down the basement because that's where the actual seat is because the car is not done. As you can see here, I've got Colton's car here still, engine's apart, her car's apart. We just did fix the glass on this side. That glass was not perfect. The guys were kind enough to come back and fix that, so we're working on that. But let's go down the basement now and finish putting this on. We're gonna have to drill one hole, but the rest just bolts on. Once you've done that, you're gonna go up to your seat. Now mine is already removed from the car, guys. If you haven't removed it from the car, it is, I believe it is a total of 5. Yes, it is a total of 2 back here, the back seat, 1 here, and then 2 on the front, 14 millimeter bolts that go into the chassis itself. Now there is plastic covers that go over all those bolts. Take your time to pry those off. You can either use a flathead screwdriver, or if you have a plastic pry tool, thing, like that I have, so it's like a little plastic pry tool. If you have one of those, use that to get it off because the plastic is on there really tough. So if like you're being frustrated, trust me, I've always been frustrated with it too, so you're not alone there in that aspect. So what we're going to do here next is, there's 3 Phillips heads you need to remove. So there's 2 here for the handle. So take this here, and you just need to remove these. These shouldn't be in very tight. So if I can take this here, now you don't want to lose these screws either because they are pretty specific. They are actual threaded, like normal metric screws. So you want to do this, and then there's one here in the back too. I believe I think that's all of them. There's not very much that holds these things on, which is actually really surprising. The first time I did this a couple years ago, I was like, that's it? That's all that holds this on? We come back here, there's another one here. was like, this can't be it. There's got to be more to this, Ryan. And I was a little surprised when there wasn't. Come on, let's come out of there. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, dang nabbit, Ricky Bobby. Come on, boy. There we go. And I'm trying to record all this just so you guys can see. Boop. So here we go. We're missing one. Put that there. So those 3 are off. Now I'm gonna probably have to put the camera down to slide this off. See if I have, do I have everything off of it? Is there more? I believe. Let's make sure I got them all first. All right, guys, I just want to show you this quick here. If you guys want this like crazy detailed one, I did it like 3 years ago. I ran it on my car. If you want that one, that's down below here. And I go over and lay out all the tools and everything. But a couple things I wanted to show you after watching that video. If you guys watch mine here, you'll see we have this bolt drilled here. This is the one you're going to have to drill in. There's not one there. Personally, this does not bother me at all. The rest, he uses already holes that are there. These are 2 holes that aren't used for anything. They're actually drilled into the side of this bracket. He supplies all the hardware. Again, you see here and here where they come through. Very easy to get up. Now, the only one here, you have to slide this bracket here back behind the factory one. So this doesn't go above it, it goes behind it here. So it goes into the seat. You're gonna have to put a little bit of effort to like, squeeze it down in between here. Just pull this back ever so slightly. I didn't have to get any tools out. Just use your hand pressure and pull it back some. It was not hard. Again, the only way to drill it was that. And that's what it looks like on the inside there. But now this is all mounted up, so I can put it back down and put the plastics back on. Now, one thing I did forget too, guys, there is one more screw on this plastic piece, which was right here. Again, if you watch my detailed video, I show you all of that, show you the screws, show you everything. It's kind of redundant to have 2 of the same kind of videos out there, but I just want to show you guys installing this. So now I'm gonna flip it back down, put the plastics on, see what it looks like with a fire extinguisher on it. All right, and this is what it should look like when it's all said and done. Look at the fitment on this. Like, he made sure it is tight up in there, yet it does everything, like, it's perfect. You can see how much it's tucked up under the seat too, and I'll show you guys, this is the nice thing about having 2 Supras. I actually have this on my car, and I'll show you guys how it fits. Now, the one thing I screwed up on my car is I put the push pin or pull pin on this side. When I did it this time around, I put it on this side. Because obviously, if I got to lean over and grab it, to lean and get this one, obviously right here, it's further away versus trying to grab it on this side. If I have a passenger, it's not a problem, but if I don't, then I need to get it as quickly and easily as possible. One mistake I made in the past too was I used to have that head over here when people get in to kick it, and it scared me if something, God forbid, the pull pin would come out, so on and so forth. So flip the bottle around and place it that way now, and it puts the head right up, almost touching the carpet there. So when people get into, they have a little bit more room to swing their foot in if they have to. And again, it keeps it pretty damn tight. Some people said, does it get in the way? Depends how you sit. If you have to keep your feet kicked up against the seat, which I don't know who does that, but there are some times my wife likes to. I guess that'd be the only person I really know. So she gets a little irritated with it, but anyone else ever had? I mean, it doesn't hit your legs when you lay in here. It's not even, let me show you. It's nowhere close to rubbing on your legs or anything like that. So any guy riding in the car, and most people in general, won't have a problem unless you're my lovely wife. Again, I don't have the fire extinguisher on this one yet just because I haven't ordered it, but you guys saw it just from looking at my car. Again, if you guys please can, go hit up Eric over at Killer Konceptz here. I'll list his email down below and his Facebook and his Instagram. So guys, go check him out, Killer Konceptz. Great little product. Fit and finish is perfect. You can't beat it. Comes with all the bolts and proper instructions. Doing some more seals on Kat's car and putting some of the interior back in. So we finally got the glass all fixed and that's all good to go now. And now we got some more seals. So some of them I've already installed, but I want to show you the part numbers. So these are actually for the door trim seals above. So let me show you what these part numbers are first. This is for both doors. So we've got 75 7020 720 14 250. And then 75 710 14 250. Now, what these are for is for the door trim here. So again, mine were decent on this car, but I'm like, you know what, might as well go ahead and get them while you can still buy them. And of course, it just looks nice because you get new glass there. So yeah, snapped into place. Now I do have to bolt them from inside, but to do that, I have to put the glass back down first and foremost. So I wanted to show you guys those part numbers. Now, another thing that I went ahead and did too is I ordered new hood bolts. So somehow I lost my old ones for that hood. So I actually robbed 2 off of that one. And I just ordered 4 new ones for her car because, you know, it's better to be safe than sorry. So I ordered 4 new ones, and the hood bolts are these part numbers here, which is 90109-08212. Those are for the hood bolts, and now you're probably wondering, well, Ryan, why don't you just get regular hood bolts or just regular bolts? You can see here, they're centering bolts. So I'd rather not take the chance of the hood being off, and these are just the proper length. God forbid you pierce through the hood, so on and so forth. So buy new OEM bolts, be safe, don't want to take any chances. Next up here is a grommet screw. So it's not a screw at all, it's actually just a grommet. So 90189-04085. And you're like, Ryan, what's that for? So these rear pieces back here, these two lights in the back here, I guess your rear marker lights, there's little plastic pieces that go in there. And I got ones that were supposed to be like OEM spec, they didn't fit as nice. And once I got the OEM ones, I could see the difference. So they go back behind for these screws to go into here. Again, that is the part number. So I need a total of 4, 2 here, and then 2 on the other side. That's it. I just need to do them because when they painted them, they popped them all out. There's some I left in. They said, hey, can we just pop all these plastics out so like we're not painting over plastic clips and stuff and you can just replace them? I said, sure. I'd rather it be, you know, brand new everywhere and they could sand a little bit easier. Just made their life easier in general. So that's the part number for that. And then we have one more yet. But before we get to that, we got to install some other parts. Next thing we have up is the rear headliner. Now, the way this goes in is you have to have the top off. And the reason for that is because it kind of loops up and under because you have these holes here. And you'll see there's little metal clips here the whole way along, and it kind of rests on that. So if you can see here, this has like a little shelf built into it here. You're gonna rest it on that. And then you've got these 4 little snap pieces and then one center one also. So for those, let's get under here. You'll see, hold on, see if I get it to focus. Those are the little Velcro snap pieces. You have a total of 4 of those. I was smart enough and took those off, so I did not have to buy new ones, thankfully. And then your centerpiece snaps right there. Snaps right into that small hole right there. So you hook it on here first, and then you push it up and pop it on. So gonna go ahead and pop this on quick, and it's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Okay, so I did get the headliner on, and I wanna show you guys some stuff here. Now I did put the roof back on, so I just wanna show you this just quickly at least. So I went ahead and put the roof back on here, but I want to show you what it should look like. So you can see here, there should be a slight gap, and it should line up pretty well the whole way across that. See that? Because obviously you got to bolt the roof on. Now the roof is loose. Now from the back, this is what I want to show you guys. So I got to come over here, pop the trunk. Limited on space right now. Can't believe, like I said earlier, never did I think when I moved in here, be like, oh, I want more room. Well, I want more room. Definitely could use some more space. Close that. That doesn't line up perfect yet. I got to adjust it, which I got to do when I put the doors back on. But you see here in the back, it should line up like that. If you see a gap there, then that means you installed it wrong and you pulled it up too far or you pushed it too far back. But that's how it should look when you're done installing it. Should look seamless. And now after you install that, you can then put on the plastics there and then move your way back. So pretty simple from there. I was excited to get that on because now I can put the plastics on the inside, but I'm holding off on that for this reason. I'm gonna hold off on it because I still have to install that Nexus ECU. It's over with Jose Valiant at Kaizen Motorsports. He is going through it and checking everything and make sure the wiring harness will be perfect. I have a couple custom things I wanna do, so I'm having him go through it first. And leaving it all apart makes it easy to run wiring if I need to. And I know I'll just get frustrated if I put the interior now because Ryan now is like rush, rush, rush versus just waiting, let the panel sit in the basement, it's not hurting anything. Do it after I get everything ran and go, this was much easier. I think I'll just be a lot freaking happier. So guys, on that note, thank you very much for tuning in today. I'm trying to get more videos to y'all. It just takes a lot of dang time. So thank you all very much for tuning in and I'll talk to you later. Peace.